Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Wish my TV would catch up, but it won't. It's backwards from my laptop, too. I just realized that. The camera. Anyway. Every time I start the live, I start to yawn. I don't know what's up with that. Every single time. And I also started with an empty can. That doesn't work. Hope everybody's week's been going okay. Mine's been kind of long. What's up, Daniel Barry? So, anyway, I haven't really done anything this week other than work. So, I've been working. I've been working this week. That's about it. We had 2 weeks without full weeks, and that was nice. And I got, I had a 5-day weekend, and I had a 2-day weekend in the middle of the week, and then had to work Friday and then off 2 days again. That was nice. I mean, I didn't mind that too much. I like the 5-day weekend the best. Anyway, I'll get over this yawning here in a second. But this week just been working. It's Monday, Tuesday, it's Wednesday now. I feels like it was. Kept thinking tomorrow was Friday. During the day today, and that kind of killed me when I realized it wasn't, because it was a long day. Got to work at 6:30 in the morning, leave there at around 5, and I stared at a computer the whole day. Didn't really stop for lunch, other than I went and heated up my food. Just doing a lot of work, trying to get it done. It's getting hot here. Cooler. Hold on 1 second. My man. What up, Chris?
What's going on?
Why are you not on the screen?
I was going to ask you the same question.
Well, I can hear you.
As I hear you.
Let me see what happens. Oh, you know what? It's because I'm in full screen mode.
What's up, buddy?
I'm an idiot. It used to be when you added somebody when you were in full screen mode, it took you out, but I think they solved that, so it doesn't do that anymore. I forgot I put it in full screen today, because usually I don't start it that way. I start it with the little small screen.
Yeah.
But no, shit.
What you said?
I'm running so hard. I'm not tired. It's got to be from just eating dinner. It does that to me. I ate dinner like over an hour ago.
About the same here. But I've been doing nothing but. I've been actually off today. I cleaned the house, sold by those tires I bought that didn't work for the truck that wasn't gonna put on the truck, and now I got the headset on. I'm about to play some Xbox here in a little bit when everybody gets on.
Xbox? What you playing?
Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, I don't play that shit no more.
I like my background though.
I can't. Oh, okay. There you go. Now I can see it. Yeah, I don't. I think my background is still a background from Destiny. Is it Destiny? Yeah, Destiny 2 maybe. It's been so long since I've played. I haven't even had the damn thing turned on in forever.
Well, see, I lucked up earlier last year. I went in and bought me a new Xbox Series X, and then one of my friends had a PS5 for Pro for a deal, and I picked it up, and that's in the bedroom, so Amy can play. Then I've also got funny thing you said Final Fantasy. I got Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Gran Turismo for that one.
Oh, for your PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I I never bought a PlayStation because I hadn't been playing my X, and if I'm not going to play the Xbox, I'm definitely not going to play a PlayStation. I got a Switch and a PlayStation, both hooked up to my TV, or not a. So yeah, I've got a Switch. Yeah, that's what it is, a Nintendo Switch and an Xbox, both hooked up to this TV, and I haven't played them in forever. Controllers are sitting in the drawer next to me. Just no real want to play, and my hands hurt, so it hurts to play.
See, that was going on with me a little bit, and it's gonna sound stupid. When I bought my Xbox, the new one, I decided, you know what? I've been using a factory controller for the longest time. I spent the money and bought one of those Elites,
I have
and
the
I don't
Elite.
know what I don't know what it is, but my hands don't hurt like they used to anymore. Like as far as that goes, if I play for a couple hours, I'll cramp, but I can actually play now without a problem.
This is the first Elite, and one of my dogs got hold of it when they were a puppy. It's still fine, but I have the Elite too as well. It's in the other room.
That's what I got, the Elite too.
I have them both, and there's really not much difference between them. A little bit, but and
I do like the button mapping thing.
Those were nice, but the thing is, it's the arthritis. It doesn't matter what controller I use. I hurt myself all day having to use a mouse all day and a keyboard for work. That's I'm on a mouse and keyboard all day, and by the end of the day, this wrist and my hand and my arm just hurts from moving constantly all day long.
Yeah.
So, who you waiting on?
I get
Chris?
it.
Or Mike and those guys, or some other people?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Mike and a couple of the guys that we used to work with. We all play. It's like we all jump on. We'll play together. We'll bounce around between Call of Duty, sometimes some Diablo. It just depends.
Yeah, I've never even played the new Diablo. You're talking
on a
D4,
4K on a 4K TV and everything. It looks good. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm sure it does, but I've just never played it. It's crazy. It's like the games I enjoy now. The game I'm enjoying the most right now is Microsoft Solitaire. I can play it on my phone and on the computer, and it syncs together. So I play it every day, and that's it's something to keep my brain active when I'm like if there's a lot of people in here and we're talking a lot, we turn our cameras off. I'll be playing that game.
Yeah,
playing solitaire. It's just something to do. But it can't really get on video games and play because I get bored.
I do too from time to time, but it's like, I guess with me, I've always liked racing games. I've always liked first person shooters. So, I mean, there'll be times if I come home, or I mean, I've even done it before in the middle of the night. I can't sleep, but I'm off the next day. I'll get up, put the headset on. I won't even jump online. Hell, I'll do either custom matches or I'll do the campaign on a game. And if I beat the campaign, I'll turn it up to the next level of difficulty. Do it again.
Yeah. Mm. Oh, so funny. Did you see that BMW has filed a controversial patent for a new screw head shaped like its iconic roundel logo, designed specifically to prevent car owners and independent mechanics from performing repairs? I mean, there's the patent for it. It's seriously a screw shaped like their logo.
That don't surprise me because if you think about it,
yeah,
the only thing they're doing
in the group I'm in, or a friend of mine on it said 9 minutes. That's how long it'll take us to fab that in the wild. 9 minutes to make a screwdriver for that.
But the one thing is, but the one thing is, if you think about it, I mean, that's always what's hold on, hang on, Nick. I'll be on a second. I'm on the phone. All right, Bubba.
Yeah, you tell them to wait.
I am live on YouTube. But no, the biggest thing is that doing stuff like that, yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but also only thing they're doing is about to line other corporations' pockets. All the tool companies now are going to make specialty tools that are only going to be available to the BMW dealers for the first
Well, the
couple of
thing
years, and they're
is,
going to open them
yeah, if they patent it, then people can't legally make the tool for it if they do it right.
unless they license the rights, which
Right,
BMW
right.
means is going to get paid again.
But basically, no, BMW doesn't want that. They don't. They just want it to where you have to take it to BMW to be worked on. They're tired of people. They're fighting the right to repair thing is what they're doing.
This is why I will stick with my Fords and and everything else I already have tools
Well,
for.
yeah. Now that Torques are commonplace, because I remember when Ford started adding those, and I had trouble finding Torques drivers, especially some of the big ones.
Oh, there's have you okay, I know you've seen it. You got Torx bits and you got IP bits too.
The which ones?
IP. Torx bits, but they are thicker and rounded and the tips are rounded.
Oh,
A
I've got
Torx will
those.
fit in them, but if it
No
requires
round
a lot
off.
of torque,
Yeah, I have a couple of those bits already. But
a
I
lot
don't
of the
really
newer
need them
Fords
because
are
that's
using
only
them
on
now.
newer cars. So I don't have anything
Yeah.
newer than I don't have anything newer than 2016 now. So, well, I
Yeah,
have a
but
2021, but I don't work on the edge. So, yeah.
the screwed up thing was, and I left work Tuesday. We had a newer Transit, the big, not the Transit Connect, a big boy Transit,
Yeah.
come in, needed brakes, needed a few things here and there. Of course, corporation approved everything, and none of us had, or none of the other guys had the proper sockets to get in there. Because to replace the rotor on those, you have to unbolt the rotor from the hub. Then you got to have a 4-inch long Torx bit to unbolt the hub from the knuckle to pull it all apart.
Right.
And yeah, it's needless to say, about broke my freaking T50. And then when I looked into it, I was like, hang on, that's an IP socket. So I had to call the Matco guy, and he dropped one off to him today so they could put it together.
I don't have any big ones. The only IPs I got are a couple of little small ones that were given to me because they were something new. And they were freebies. Now, I remember when I first had to get an e-socket. You know what an e-socket is? Kind of a reverse torque. It's a reverse torque, basically. I remember when those were a new thing, and I had to get those. So I've had those forever, which I still know people who work on cars a lot that don't have them. Like, how do you work on cars without these? They're in the suspension a lot.
And there's actually new versions of those out. Remember the old security? Remember the tamper-proof Torx?
I've always had tamper-proof stuff. But
They've also got some of the e-sockets now that have a nub sticking up in the middle that you actually have to have a special socket to be able to get on them because a standard e-socket will not fit it.
I bet they will.
I've seen them on a lot of the Korea. I've seen them on some of the new Kias and Hyundais.
I don't see how that'd be a big problem because most of my e-sockets are deep well.
See the kit I have, I've got mostly all my e-sockets are shallow, but then I've got long and short Torx.
I have shallow E's, but a lot of the ones I have are deep well. But I don't have any of the big ones. I only have, I think, going up to what is it, 15?
Probably E12, E14. I've got the kit I got goes all the way up to E24.
Yeah,
The star bits.
Mine's not that big.
Yeah.
Because nothing I've ever worked on has needed it. So if I need it, I go buy it, and if I can't find it other than a rental tool, then I go rent it and never return it. Yeah.
There you go.
I've gotten plenty of tools that way. I ended up with 2 hub pullers that way because I couldn't find one time, and I went to rent another one, and then I found the other one, but it was a little bit late because it was after the 30 days.
I got you.
So I just kept them both. You out of here,
sir? I may jump back on here in a little bit if you're on. I'm about to get out some aggression on this, and then I may jump back on here in a little bit, Bubba.
If I'm still on, there ain't nobody talking in the chat today, which is strange.
I guess because it's the first of the year.
I don't know. It says 5 people in here. Well, it's been a work week, though. I've been working all week. The year started last week.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
you have fun then.
All right, brother.
Talk to
I'll
you
be
later.
back on here in a little bit.
Yeah, I ain't seen nobody else in the chat. You guys ain't talking, so ain't nobody saying nothing. Or is my chat not working? I don't know. Can y'all hear me? Been having problems with that a lot lately where people can't hear me. No. It is the first live stream of 2026. Dale's Adventures. How's it going? Oh, I just heard a car door slam out there. My dog heard it too because she popped her head up. She put it back down. Must have been her neighbor. I can hear me too. That's good. There's 2 of us that can hear me. It says there's 5 people in here, so I wonder if my Sam's Club shipping delivery is supposed to be today too, but it hasn't gotten here yet. So I wonder if it's actually going to be here today or tomorrow. No, it has changed now. So it said today, now it says Thursday. So that would be tomorrow. That's nothing major. Just, coffee, stuff like that. Things that are easier to just have them shipped to me than me driving all the way out to the store since I get free shipping. So, oh man. Yeah, I turned the fan off and it's starting hot again. What up, Bama? Yeah, doing okay. Doing okay. It was getting kind of quiet in here. Had cooler in here for a few minutes, but he had to go play some Xbox, play some Call of Duty and stuff. So he left. So now it's just me up here rambling on. I ain't got a big project going on like other people to talk about. I don't have a pole barn being built. I wish I did. Wouldn't want to have to pay for it. But what else? Thinking. Yeah, I haven't really done it. But I did get one of my Milwaukee 8 amp hour batteries working again this week. And I'm working on getting a second one working again to get all 4 bars by recharging the individual cells. But it takes a long time, and I don't like to leave them on these chargers unmonitored. So, because it's not the Milwaukee charger, and I'm individually charging, bypassing the battery controller. But so when I do that, I like to be out there with them. I don't want to leave them because if something goes wrong, I want to be quick reaction on it, So don't need my house burning down for something stupid. So, but I'm just trying to get those working again because I had 3 of my 8 amp hour batteries, and I know it's because they used bad Sony cells at the time or Samsung cells, which ones they were, and I've read about it. And it just, they had bad cells and they wouldn't continue charging as long as the other ones. And fixing them the way I'm fixing them will work, and it'll give them the full power they're supposed to have, and it'll work for a couple of charge cycles. And then supposedly it'll probably get off again because of the cells themselves. But as long as it works, and I can use them again at full power, because when they don't charge all the way and you only get 3 bars out of them, they don't have as much power. You can tell it's not as much voltage coming out because like my leaf blower loses power on it. I mean, at that point, I'd rather just use my 6 amp hour batteries. The vacuum doesn't work as well. Just anything. The drill doesn't have as much power. So it's nice to have them fully charged. But that's the only thing I've really done this week. Worked on a battery. I did a little bit of work upstairs on the bar area. I put up a shelf and cleaned the mirror, and I put lights around the mirror that used to be on the mirror, and I never should have taken them off. When I took the mirror down, I thought I was going to throw the mirror away. So I saved the lights because it was an LED strip that worked really well. But in taking them off, I damaged some of them. but I got them back on there. They're just not on quite evenly around, so it doesn't look perfect. But because I didn't take my time doing it, if I'd taken my time, I could have made it look much better, lined it up, but I didn't. But I got it done, so it works, at least for now. One of these days, I'll finish that bar and maybe actually use it for a bar. I think my stools are a little bit low for it. I need slightly taller stools, and then the bar I put at the bottom, the footstool bar, it doesn't stick out quite as far from the bar as I wanted it to. Now, I got a couple of thoughts here. I could either put a strip of wood behind it and bring it out that way, or I could go buy some longer pipe, but I don't know that the pipe that's in it is a standard size. It's made to look like, old pipe fitting stuff, but I don't think it's a standard pipe size. So I don't know if I'll be able to find the right, I'll take a piece of pipe with me and see if it works. It looks like 1 inch, it looks almost like a 1 inch rigid size. And if I could find some 1 inch rigid with 6 inch long pieces tapped or, threaded at both ends, that'd work perfectly. It's what I need just to get it further away. Because right now it's like this far from the bar and it doesn't give you enough room to really put your foot on it. So if I get it like that far from the bar, it'd be great. Just little things. I figure by the time I'm old enough to enjoy it, I won't be able to walk up those stairs anymore. By the time I get it done, I won't be able to get up there. It'd be nice to get that place done. I cleaned it up a lot, opened up the room, got rid of the table that was sitting up there that was just, it was a porting, one of the fold up tables. It's just full of stuff, that I'd been using to work on things. So I cleaned everything up. Now the bar's covered because I took it all off the table and put it all on the bar. It's a lot of screws, a lot of boxes of screws that take up space. Just stuff I don't know where I'm going to put it. Things I need more shelves for because I got all my, I got awards and trophies and stuff up there, shot glasses, my Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels, whatever they are, that are all still in packages that need to be put up. I've got my model cars and the ones, just the really nice replica little model cars that I have, and some that are like as old as I am that I got from family members as when they passed. So I have some old Jaguars and stuff. They're really cool looking little cars, but I need a place to put them. And so right now they're still in a box, all packaged up. Got a bunch of pictures I need to hang. Got some more license plates I need to put up. I just do it slowly, a little bit here, a little bit there. No sense in killing myself. I mean, the original plan was to put a bathroom in and then put the bar in front of the bathroom, using the wall of the bathroom as the back of the bar. And that would have worked fine, but it was going to cost too much to have the bathroom put in. And that's just with me doing most of the work, like installing the toilet and the sink and doing all that. The plumbing was going to cost me over $6,000, and I just didn't think it was worth it for a half bath, for a sink and a toilet. Because that's all it was going to be, was a sink and a toilet in the bathroom, and then another small sink offshoot off of that one, just a T for a small bar sink. And most of the cost was the drain. All the drainage going back down to the septic tank would have cost me most of the money. So that didn't happen. I think one of the next things I want to do is I want to get some wiring up there and put a light switch in so I could turn the garage light off from upstairs. And then I also want to move the upstairs light inside the room because right now it's at the top of the stairs. Outside the room, I want it to be inside the room. That one, the hardest part about that will be going up in the attic and pulling the wire over. Other than that, shouldn't be too hard. I could always use just a different power coming up to it instead of using the power that's over there. I don't know how the power's run. If it's coming up from the bottom, I'm just going to cap it and leave it in the box and just close the box off and then pull a new wire, because I could pull a wire and go straight up into the other wall pretty easily. And then put a double box in there, a remod box. Only problem I may have with that is the fact that all the sheetrock they used up there was 1/4 inch sheetrock. None of it is proper. It's not even 1/2 inch. 1/4 inch sheetrock, which just shouldn't be allowed. This stuff should just be not. I can't believe. I don't know why you'd use it, other than unless you were covering up an old piece of sheetrock with it, so you already had a backing of sheetrock and you just needed to redo it, and you didn't want to take all the old stuff down. I guess that'd be the only reason I could see a use for 1/4 inch sheetrock. I hate sheetrock as it is, but damn, 1/4 inch is thin. It doesn't hold anything. I mean, I put those. You try and put those screws in, the ones that the sheetrock screws made to hold things in sheetrock, and they don't work because they just spin right through it or break it because it's so damn thin. If you put a toggle bolt in it, you're going to pull the whole thing out. You're just going to pull a huge hole in it. So almost everything I attach to in upstairs has been done into studs. It has to be, because the sheetrock will not hold it. So that's for lightweight stuff. Nothing even heavy. So I really need to just rip it all out and redo it. That would suck. And I can't, to redo the ceiling, I'm going to have to just overlay over top of what's there, because I have blown in insulation above it. And so I can't take it down without all the insulation coming out. And that would suck. So, because I don't want to have to do that again, because I'm the one that blew that insulation in there. I should have maybe put something down, but at the time I didn't know it was 1/4 inch sheetrock. So you live, you learn. So you coming up here, Bama, or what? Everybody said hey to everybody. That's fine and dandy. Somebody else hosting a live tonight that I didn't know about? Because if this one doesn't liven up, I ain't got nothing else to talk about. It's not going to last very long. My order was delivered. So apparently now it says my order was delivered. I guess I'm going to go check out on the front porch here. I'll be right back. I thought I heard something. Yeah, this is going to take a second. They dropped it off in front of my garage. I'll be right back. Okay, so the only good thing to say about that is that they oh yeah. The only good thing to say about that is it didn't get delivered to my neighbor's house. Yeah, see, that's where I could see using it, over top of something else. But this is like, that's all they used when they built this upstairs in the garage. The ceiling and the walls, it's all 1/4 inch. It's ridiculous. Well, damn it. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, 1/4 inch drywall by itself wasn't designed to be used by itself. I don't think. I think 1/4 inch was made just for overlays. Not feeling well? That's fine. That's fine. Well, That's fine. If it ends up being a short live, it ends up being a short live. I'll just go to sleep earlier or watch something else on YouTube. Like I got Funky's video to watch still because I didn't get around to it before I started this. I'm pretty tired anyway. Oh, been a long day. But we've been going for what, half an hour now? That's not a very long live stream, but I don't really have that much to talk about. Spent too much time with Salty. Yeah. Did you work today, Bama? Yeah. That's weird. I don't think they've ever delivered like that. They just left it right in front of my garage door, not in front of the main door, which I guess everybody loves to go to that driveway instead of the first driveway. Maybe I should label it deliveries here. Put a delivery sign here, not there. I can't remember. Is my house number on my garage? It may be. No, I don't think it is. I don't think that's my old house. House number was on the garage at my old house. Because I know in the intro video I used to have, my old intro video that I used to use on YouTube was a drone flying into my garage, and I had to erase the house number on the video, which took a little while to do, but I got it done. That's back when I used to edit videos on my computer. Now I do everything on my phone. So, but I don't really do videos much anymore. But back when I was doing a lot and doing them on my computer, I was videoing with GoPros and my Sony camera and other so I'd have multiple things of cameras to put in to do the video with. And now almost every video I do is with my phone because it's convenient and easy. And it takes a really good picture or video. Yeah. I got some videos that I never really edited the videos that I took while I was at Ford Takeover because just really didn't get anything good out of it. And that was using my 360 Max. Seeing where that doesn't work either. People delivering this stuff don't care where they put your stuff. Yeah, I know. They don't care. Well, we got Sam's Club delivery earlier, and when the lady got here, apparently my wife had picked it up. She had forgotten one thing, and she went back and got it, but she'd marked everything as delivered. So I'm like, oh, that could be bad if she doesn't come back with it. Hot and cold sucks. Huh? Yeah, I'm inside all day, and they've got the heater on in our building, so I have to run a fan all day. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So we had to, but she had the stuff she forgot back here within like half an hour, and I'm like, how the hell did she get to Sam's Club and back that quick? Maybe it was longer, but yeah. And then the delivery was showing that it was supposed to be here, and then the next thing I saw, it said it'd be here tomorrow, and then it shows up. That car door I heard must have been them. Delivering, although they just delivered and left and didn't ring a doorbell, didn't do anything. Because if they had knocked on the door by the garage door, I'd have heard that. My dogs definitely would have heard that, but they didn't do that even. So I guess I need to get another camera and put over there because I've got the Ring camera out here, but I got nothing over in front of the garage right now. Maybe I should get another one. At least over there, if I put one in the garage, I could do one of the wired ones because I can just run a wire through the wall pretty easily. And it's not hard since I don't have sheetrock on the walls in the garage. It's pretty easy to run wiring. got insulation, but that doesn't get too much in the way. Well, fellas, I'm just, if nobody else comes up here, I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. If nobody else comes in and comes up on the panel, I am probably going to shut her down and just enjoy my evening. Otherwise, if somebody comes in and gives me something more to talk about, we'll continue on. Let's see. I still need to call and get the guy to come out and refill the refrigerant in my mini split, and hopefully get some dye in there so I can help pinpoint the leak. If it's a leak in just the lines or connection, those I have extras of. I can change those out. If it's a leak in the compressor, that should be under warranty. If it's a leak in one of the condensers, that should be under warranty. So, because they're not that old. They're as of, I think, was it August, they were 3 years old. But I got to hurry up and get that taken care of. So I need to call him tomorrow, see if he's going to have time the next week. Although I'd rather him come out here when it's not raining, because I don't need him to charge me extra for getting wet. And I think it's supposed to start raining this weekend or tomorrow, one of the two. Let's see. Nope, Friday. It's supposed to start raining Friday. It's Thursday, midnight-ish. But Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is supposed to be sunny and not cold. So hopefully I can get him out here one of those sunny days. I don't mind. I'll just and if I know he's coming and I know soon enough, I can get out there and have everything undone and ready for him, so he doesn't have to deal with unscrewing stuff and getting the covers off, because that's easy. Your chairs. What kind of chairs? Wooden chairs? Metal chairs? Yeah, I'm tired of rain, though. It's been kind of raining here a little bit at night, almost every night. I need to repair this couch because the cushion under my fat ass is going away. And like this arm, has a zipper. You can replace the stuffing in it. One of these back pillows has a zipper. You can replace the stuffing in it, but the base doesn't, and I think that's stupid. Although it's not the kind of stuffing that's in the back in the chairs. It's one of those big foam mats, and I think there's a way you can get it out. You just have to pull the whole thing out and replace it. But I don't even know if I'd replace it. I just need to turn it around because this side over here is fine. Dining room wooden chairs. Yeah. They get that way. I've had to do that before too. And I learned how to screw them up and I learned how to fix them. After learning how to screw them up, I learned how to fix them the right way. It just depends on how they're loose and what's holding them together. Because all the ones we had, they didn't have any screws in them whatsoever. None. It was all wood, couple of nails here and there, little nails, but mostly glue, a lot of glue. And press fits, a lot of press fit, which, that wears out over time too. That's easy enough to fix with some wedges. But I'm not really good working on wood, so I prefer metal chairs. They're easier. I can weld them. Not good at that either, but I can weld them. I have a grinder, so I can make it look good. Oh, winding down. Who else here? It shows 6 people watching, but only 2 people are talking. And that's Bama and Dales. Nobody else ever chats. I mean, some people do, but a lot of people just sitting there and don't say anything. Glue and a very few screws. Yeah. I'm thinking of the dining room chairs we had that were my family's when I was a kid, and they were old. They were old when I was young. but they were put together quite well. They were really nice chairs. I liked them. They were comfortable. For being a hard bottom wooden chair, they were actually really comfortable. So ate dinner in those many a time. Did my homework sitting in one a lot. Sat at the table, not wanting to eat what was on my plate for hours. So, although I would probably not think they were as comfortable now that I can't get comfortable in a chair like this. So it's got stuffing in it because I'm old and everything just hurts because I'm old. And I'm not even that old, damn it. I'm young compared to some people in here. I think most people in here. Oh, well, this is my last beer, so I'm going to finish this off and then probably going to shut this down because there ain't nobody in here tonight. Gorilla Glue. Yeah. No, I don't think I've ever used Gorilla Glue. I think I've had some different types. Maybe I have bought Gorilla, but most of the time I buy Tight Bond. I think I've used Tight Bond more than anything for wood stuff. And it's never failed me. So I don't know if one's really much better than the other one. As long as you do it the right way and you pressure it together and hold it and let the glue set the right way, they all pretty much work, I think, the wood glues anyway. Well, I feel like I'm older than you sometimes, even though I know you're older than me, Bama. Just my body feels old. It is disappointing me that at 54 years old, almost 55, how much pain I'm in. And I shouldn't be. I should be able to do way more than I can. Like when Sublime was down here and we went bowling and I hurt myself on the second game, 8th frame. Like completely just couldn't do it anymore. Just it's ridiculous. Oh, do you? Really? I've never had a problem with Tight Bond. Is that Tight Bond 3, I think, is what I have. It's what I've used forever. Well, and I've never bought Gorilla Glue because I've never seen I've never decided to change what I have. Although I think the stuff I have out there is probably hardened up inside the bottle now. It's been sitting in there so long. And since my garage freezes in the wintertime now instead of staying warm, I think that's ruined a lot of my car care products too. Because they freeze when it gets really, really cold. That garage freezes now. I've used the Gorilla Glue tape. That stuff works really well. Some of it, but generally I don't need that type of tape. I have my 3M duct tape, which is my favorite duct tape. I prefer that over Duck Brand. I like my 3M duct tape, and I like my 3M electrical tape. In fact, most of my electrical tapes, the different types, are all 3M because they just make a really good product. And most of my blue tape is, I don't know what brand it is, the painter's tape. Just get it at Home Depot. I buy the cheaper stuff because it works well enough. And most of the time, I'm not using it for painting anyway. I'm using it to put on things that I don't want to leave residue on, and just to hold things temporarily. It works well when I'm taping off things on my engine. But yeah. So welcome to Tape Talk with Pink's Garage, and we've talked about tape and glue and other nonsensical things. Don't. That's true. The 3M doesn't. Now, I can make the three like like some of the cheaper electrical tape I've had in 70-degree weather, it starts getting gooey and sticky, and I cannot stand that. And that's like, or well, 70, 80 degrees. We're in direct sunlight. The 3M doesn't do too bad until it gets really, really hot. Once it gets hot, I mean, it depends on the type too. They've got the vinyl tape and they've got their other nylon tape, but all of them are going to get a little sticky depending on how hot it gets, just because the heat does things to it. Now, I like to use the splicing tape, which is that thick tape that sticks to itself. It gets hot, it just molds into a block. It becomes one piece. It doesn't seem to make that mess, and I don't mind that, but it will leave a residue on things. If it's been on it for a while and it gets hot, it'll leave a residue, but it cleans off pretty easily with some alcohol. But yeah, no, I ain't. But other than that, there's been nothing going on here. I mean, I don't have anything to work on right now. Car wise, I got a broken car taking up space in my garage. I got a truck waiting for me to have the money to work on it. That's going to be a while because I'm not going to start pulling that engine until I have all the stuff to fix it. I need to buy a rear main seal. I need to buy the timing. I need to make sure I have all the stuff for the heads. And I'm just hoping I can fix it without having to have the heads reworked too much. I've used liquid tape too. I have some of that. I think I still have some out in the garage, but if I do, it's probably gone bad by now because that stuff gets old and it doesn't. You got to use it. You got to use it, and it's got a date on it because it will. Once you've opened the top, it'll go bad. It'll harden up inside. But yeah, and I always use it's 3M makes that too, the good stuff. But I use liquid tape on things like electronics when I do some soldering, and I'll use that. I always have vehicles to fix, but like right now, the biggest thing my cars need are new batteries, um, both of them. So that's over. That's anywhere from $100 to $200 a piece, depending on which battery, where I buy the battery. Found Rural King has them for the battery I need for $99. Walmart has it for $109, and everywhere else it's over $200 for the same style battery, the 96R, which seems to be what's in 3 of my cars. The 2 Mustangs and the Focus all have 96R batteries, which are more expensive than bigger, more powerful batteries. So I don't get that. Like the one for my truck cost half as much, and it's bigger, has more cranking amps, and it's a bigger battery, and it costs like half as much. I do not understand that. It's just, I guess maybe it's more cars use the 96R, so it's more in demand, so they can charge more for it. So they're dicks, and they do. But okay, well, we've got down to 4 people now in here, and it's been almost 50 minutes. And Bama can't come up because he's not feeling well, and I get that. I've not done live streams on days I didn't feel well, which not very many, but a few. I need battery struts in the rear, and I have to tear the whole back panel off for that. Oh man, that sucks. What car is that? Dodge Journey. Trying to think of what the Journey is. I'll look that up. I'm not sure. I don't really know the Dodge Journey that well. Let's see. Come on, work. Dodge Journey. Did I spell that right? Oh, okay. Little crossover thing. Which year is yours? So I figured out through some investigation, the battery in the Mustang was replaced 5 years ago. At least I think the battery in my Mustang was replaced 5 years ago because I bought one 5 years ago. But the battery in them, both of my Mustangs are the exact same battery, so it could have been either of them. Dodge 1500. Yeah, you kind of have a thing for Dodges, it looks like. And then the battery in the Focus I have was in the car when I bought it. And I've had that car for a little over 4 years. And I don't think it was a brand new battery when I bought it. When I bought the car. But it's still working okay. 2010, truck's 2001. Okay, so I just looked at the one it showed me in pictures, which is the 2020 version, but I think I know what the 2010 version looks like. But wondering if I'm wrong. Let me put in 2010 so I can verify that my brain still has some kind of a memory. It does. It's exactly what I thought it was. Okay. So the battery's in the rear on those? Yeah. I have a battery relocation kit for my Mustang that'll put it in the back of the car it'll put it in the back of the car on the left-hand side. So the furthest from where the battery is now. And the only reason I went left-hand side is because I've got a subwoofer that's stock that's built in on the right-hand side. There's no room for it there. I've been trying to sell that for months. It's a 700, like brand new, it's a $750 kit. It's a lot of copper. And I don't even think I have it for half that. And nobody's biting for it. So the structure battery. Oh. Wow. Okay. Nathan Marcy. Starting it in Key West. So Nate is in Key West right now, apparently. I think it's his birthday today or yesterday. But he ain't on here because he ain't at home. He hadn't been on one of my live streams in a while because since he moved, basically, he's been on one. I think he made it into one late night, maybe two. He always comes in late, like right as I'm about to leave, and I'll stay on for a while for him. It's always good catching up. I just saw his garage epoxy floor. I think just maybe even it was just the primer for the epoxy floor. It looked really good. His new garage looks really nice. Of course, it was totally empty in the pictures I was looking at, so it looks huge. You got all the new slat walls up, so you can hang things it's got the slats where you can hook things into. I think that's what those are. Got slat walls everywhere. He's got plugs everywhere. He showed up a couple weeks ago in my live stream, but it was like late. It was like 11 o'clock when he came on, and I was running late. I stayed on for like another half hour or so. Most people had already left by then. Yeah. I think Mike's garage is usually busy on Wednesday nights because he doesn't come in here very much anymore. Every now and then. I don't know. I think it's just Wednesday now. Wednesday's not so popular. Middle of the week. But I've been doing Wednesday live streams now for almost 3.5 years, maybe almost closing in. Yeah, 3.5 years. Almost every Wednesday for the last 3.5 years. I think I've missed 2, maybe 3, and some of the ones I missed, was because of work or being out of town or not having something or yeah, usually there's a reason for it. Trying to think. Yeah, that's right. I didn't do live streams when I traveled to China. I wasn't doing live streams when I worked at my old job. So if I had, I could have done some live streams from all over the world, but it would have been hard to do them on a Wednesday or any night because when your time difference is 12 hours or whatever, to do them in the evening here would be like doing them in the middle of the workday and I'd be at work. So wouldn't have worked. And now I was supposed to be heading to Camden in a couple of weeks, Arkansas. But that doesn't look like that's going to happen now. It looks like it got postponed again. Yeah, there used to be one every night. I mean, back when I first started doing mine, I ended up taking Wednesday nights because Ken Hilliard, Ken had quit doing his, and he was Wednesday night. And so I started doing Wednesday nights because there was, Monday night was Mob. I don't remember who did Tuesday nights most of the time. I did Wednesdays if it wasn't Ken. Thursday night was it Brailsford maybe, and then Friday nights was Funky. And it's changed a little bit over time. And then I think there's a couple other people did live streams, and there'd be ones on Saturday and sometimes on Sunday. It was like every night. In fact, I used to be on live streams so much, my wife used to get mad because I'd be on live streams every night. And so I ended up not being on live streams every night. Spend some time at home with the wife. And so now I just do Wednesdays, and I'll sometimes it depends on Fridays if Funky's going live and she's not feeling well, I'll be on the live stream because she'll be in the bedroom sleeping or resting, and I'll get on his stream. Other nights, if she's fine, we'll be out there watching TV on Friday nights and hanging out together instead of being on live stream. Just depends. But well, I think we're about to call this one for the night, guys. It's been about an hour, and I'm tired of being the only one talking. So I am probably going to let y'all go. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for coming in here. Yeah. But y'all have a good evening. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in the chat. Maybe we'll have more people next Wednesday. We'll see. Until the next one, I will see you later. I'm out.